Hello folks, I'm just back from my holidays. I've been in the country for what, 2 hours? Not even that actually. And here I am recording you the in-stock lease deals of the month for August. As always, there's a link to LeaseLoco in the video description and pinned as the top comment. Please use that if you're interested in inquiring about any of these deals, or in fact, if you just want to go and have a poke around on LeaseLoco. It helps support the channel and I can't do this without it. So as always, all these deals are based on 3 months up front, 3-year deals on 10,000 miles a year. If you want to change that in any way, if you want to look at something different, just jump onto LeaseLoco and make the changes that suit you. What you tend to find is these deals that I find for you here will still be the best deals, even if you increase the mileage a bit or change the terms up. These tend to be the best things going at the moment. As this one's the in-stock lease deals of the month, all these deals are indeed advertised as in stock, which means you should be able to get your hands on one within a couple of weeks. So the first one we're looking at here is the MG3, which is a very funky looking little hatchback. Check this bad boy out. Not a bad looking little car at all. And what does that give us, ladies and gents? That gives us a 1.5 litre petrol manual, Group 7 on the car insurance, 10.9 seconds to 62 and 106 brake horsepower, combined MPG of 43 and 285 litres of boot space. So on this one you're looking at £819 up front and then £206 a month. That's about the cheapest in-stock deal you're going to find at the moment on a sort of reasonable size car. Anything cheaper than that really, you're looking at Fiat 500, which is obviously quite a lot smaller. Next, we're going on to the Vauxhall Astra. This is the new Astra, the 1.2 turbo 130 design, this one. Petrol manual front wheel drive, 886 up front and 262 a month. Group 18 on the car insurance, 1.2 petrol manual, 9.7 seconds to 62 and 53.3 mpg is claimed. 367 litres of boot space. It's a handsome devil, this new Astra. Yeah, the last one was starting to look its age, I thought, and this one looks very cool indeed. I like it. And look at that. It's a massive upgrade on the interior by the looks of things. Yeah, I do quite like that. I'd like to get one of these to test at some point, if they'll allow me. 886 up front, 262 a month. Next, Nissan Qashqai. We've seen these in 1,000,001 videos of late, haven't we? But they're still around and they're still in stock, delivery in less than a month, advertised here. Just under 1,100 up front, 269 a month. And it's the 1.3 Dig T, front wheel drive, petrol manual, 140 brake horsepower, 10.2 seconds to 62, 44.1 mpg, insurance group 12 and 504 litres of boot space. And there is plenty of stock with Qashqai, so you can pretty much choose the spec you want, you can choose the gearbox you want. There are plenty of them around, and there will be a deal sitting there on LeaseLoco, I dare say, for the spec, an engine combo that you're looking for. Right, Hyundai next. We've got the Tucson, a grand up front, 312 a month. There or thereabouts price-wise, hasn't fluctuated too much during the course of the year on this one. Again, there are a few different trim levels around in stock at the moment. Just over a grand up front, 312 a month. This one's a petrol manual, 1.6, Group 12 on the car insurance, 10.3 seconds to 62, 150 horsepower, 42 mpg and 620 litres of boot space. As we know, it's a very close cousin of the Kia Sportage, very well built piece of kit. Hyundais are very, very good these days if you haven't had any recent experience with one. Citroen C5 Aircross is next on the list, just under 1,100 up front and 332 a month. This is the 1.2 petrol manual, Group 19 on the car insurance, 10.5 seconds to 62, 131 horsepower and 720 litres of boot space. It's beastly. It's huge. I don't mind the looks of these things at all. I know they can be a little bit Marmite, but I don't mind the look of them at all. I don't think it's a bad looking car. As you can see, numbers here go back to March of this year, and it's the cheapest it's been. Where was it in March? 500 quid a month. It's now 332 a month. Cupra Formentor. We've seen these in a few recent videos as well. This one is in stock, 1,342 quid up front, 355 a month. That's petrol manual, 1.5 front wheel drive, Group 19, 8.7 seconds to 62, 43.5 mpg is claimed and 450 litres of boot space. Much like the Qashqai, you can sort of choose your spec with one of these at the moment and still find it in stock. Certainly the automatics of these are readily available as well right now. Next, we've got the good old Audi A4 Avant. Very, very good estate car. 35 TFSI Technic S-Tronics. This is the petrol automatic 2-litre 150 horsepower version of that 2-litre petrol engine. 9.2 seconds to 62, 44 mpg, Group 22 on the car insurance, 495 litres of boot space. Brilliant interior. For me, one of the last great Audi interiors that was really solidly built. Standards have slipped in some models, but the A4 is still pretty well screwed together. 1,454 up front, 398 a month. If we look at it over the course of the past year, it's about as low as it's been. It was up at 524 a month. It was perhaps a tenner a month less a couple of weeks ago, but it's not a couple of weeks ago. And it's in stock. That's the important thing, folks. You can actually get one. Audi A5, this is the 40 TFSI 204 S-Line S-Tronic. And this one, if I flick onto the correct deal, is 1,682 up front and 481 a month. Again, just about as low as it's been in recent times. You have to go all the way back to last September for a time when you could get that car for a bit cheaper than you can right now. 2-litre petrol automatics, the 204 brake horsepower version of that 2-litre petrol Audi engine, 7.1 seconds to 62. This is the cherry, by the way. This is the engine that you really, really want. 42.8 mpg and 450 litres of boot space. You can realistically get 50 out of that on a run as well. People are often surprised that a car with that kind of performance can return that kind of MPG. It can. I had one for a long time. Next, we've got the Mazda Cx-5. I think it's one of the most handsome mid-size SUVs. I like it a lot. This one especially is the 2-litre Sport Black Edition, petrol manual, front-wheel drive, 1,489 quid up front, 376 a month. Price-wise, there or thereabouts. You could get it for 25 quid less earlier on in the year, but there's also a time when it's 541 quid a month. Group 18 on the car insurance, 165 horsepower, 10.5 seconds to 62, 522 litres of boot space. And there we go. They haven't changed the design massively of the CX-5 since it came out in about 2013, I think. But they don't really need to. It's a good looking car, and it sort of always has been. I do like me a CX-5. Moving on to the Peugeot 2008. This is the 1.2 PureTech 130 GT E88. 1,220 quid up front, 328 a month, in stock, delivery in less than a month. As you can see, the trend for this is the price has just been very slowly going up, apart from one little peak there where it's 340 quid a month. But it's in stock. They're in demand, so there you go. Group 23 on the car insurance, 131 brake horsepower, 9.1 seconds to 62, and 434 litres of boot space. That's a nice thing. I've just had the 3008 for a couple of weeks over in Spain, and I was massively impressed with it. I had the diesel rather than the petrol. I had that E88 gearbox, and it's brilliant. Very good indeed. So next we're moving on to the electric vehicles. We're starting off with the Vauxhall Corsa. This is the 100 kilowatt Elite Nav Premium 50 kilowatt hour 5-door. And you're looking at Group 25 on the car insurance, 7.6 seconds to 62. Combined range of 209 miles, 136 horsepower and 267 litres of boot space. These have been very popular and very popular leases, actually. According to LeaseLoco, these things are going through the door at a rate of knots. Grand up front, 336 a month. This one's with the AA, so it includes AA breakdown cover and free change of term or mileage. Next, we've got the Mgzs. Now, normally this wouldn't make it to my lease deals of the month because the price, as you can see, has gone up dramatically over the last year. In November, you could get one for 247 quid a month. And it's gone up, 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 up. It's now 374 quid a month. The reason it's still here is it still represents fairly decent value, and you can't factory order one anymore. They're actually closed for factory orders because they've got such a massive backlog, and this one is in stock. So if you desperately wanted an Mgzs, finding one that's in stock somewhere or getting a used one is the only way you're going to get one. 1,364 up front, 374 a month. Combined range of 273 miles. That's the killer for this, is it's got a decent range. Not too many cars in that kind of price point have a range over 250 miles. Group 28 on the car insurance, 156 horsepower, 8.4 seconds to 62, 470 litres of boot space, and it looks like that. There are better looking cars available out on the road, but there are many worse as well, aren't there? Let's face it. Next, we've got the Hyundai Ionic 5. I want one, so please lease one of these for me, someone. I'm sure you won't. 1,800 quid up front, 568 a month. It's probably 70 quid a month more than it has been sort of earlier on in the year, certainly the first quarter of this year. But it's that demand and supply thing, I'm afraid. Car prices keep going up and interest rates keep going up. And yeah, demand and supply means prices go up. Group 34 on the car insurance, 217 horsepower, 7.4 seconds to 62, and 300 miles of range is claimed. 527 litres of boot space. If you want to see my review of the Ionic 5, click up there and you shall find it. Next, we've got the Nissan Aria. So this is a very new model for Nissan. There's been a lot of noise made about this in the car press, and it's certainly won a few awards already. 1,977 quid up front, 579 a month. That's probably around about the medium price for it since it's been available to order. The lowest it ever got to was 533 a month. The highest was 595. So about 580 in the current climate is probably not a bad price. Front wheel drive, group 30 on the car insurance, 7.5 seconds to 62. 217 brake horsepower and 250 miles of combined range in this particular model. 466 litre boot. And what do you think about the looks? Let me know in the comments. I don't think I like the look of it, but I'm not sure. But let me know your thoughts in the comments. Right, next, the Tesla Model Y. I sort of have to put this in because it's the most leased vehicle in the UK, from what I understand. There's just constant demand for these, and it's almost like the demand goes up more every day. Now, Carparison have done a deal to get their hands on a fair amount of Tesla Model Y stock, and that's the deal we're looking at here. It is the best price on one of these at the moment as I'm making this video. 2,400 up front, 717 a month, and it's in stock. Next day delivery available as well, which not too many people are offering that, are they? The lowest price you could get one of these for, which was in February, was £611 a month. The highest price has been £734 a month, and in very recent times, £715, £686. So this is at the higher end of where they've been price-wise, but Tesla have put their prices up, interest rates have gone up, and the demand is not going away. And this is in stock. You can actually get it the next day. There you go. You're going to pay for that. 2,422 up front, 717 per month. Ford Mustang Mach-E, 2,629 up front, 821 a month. Again, we've seen the Mach-E in some recent videos. 6.3 seconds to 62 on this particular model, 269 horsepower, 248 miles of range. It's a good looking car. It's hugely popular, and it comes with a very premium price tag. If you want something a little bit different to the Tesla, the Mach-E seems to be ticking a few boxes for a few people. Again, that's an in-stock deal, delivery in less than a month. If you're interested in any of these deals, please use that link to LeaseLoco because it helps support the channel. And as I said, I can't do this without their support. It's also vitally important with any of these in-stock deals. If you're interested in any of them, click on it like right now. I'm recording this video at 3 o'clock. I'm going to edit it, upload it. It'll probably be released around about 6 o'clock, which is just about as quick as I can do it. Some of these deals are likely to not be around tomorrow or in a few days' time. They do go very quickly. So if you are interested in any of them, click that link, request a callback or make your online inquiry, and then you're in the line, okay? You're going to get your response. But please make sure you use that link because without it, I'll have to eat beans on toast for the next year as I have for the last year. Thanks ever so much for watching, folks. Please give the video a thumbs up. Please subscribe if you haven't already done so. And if you have already subscribed, please click that notification bell. It means that you'll always know when I release a new video. And if you haven't already done so, please follow me on the other social medias. I'm going to put all the links over there. I've got an embarrassing number of followers and it does hold me back in some way. So please do what you can. Follow me on something else. And thanks very, very much for watching. And I'll see you again soon.